Hi everyone, this is Lucas from Rats on the Ice blog and YouTube channel, and this is my review of the Florida Panthers month of October. And as we know, it was a horrible October, as Florida just went 3-7-2, and both losses were in the shootouts. It was the second worst start in franchise history for the Cats, so it appeared, though, that this month was going to be a great month as they went to Dallas to start the season and won it 4-2 as Barkov scored his first goal as a Florida Panther. Tim Thomas in his first game back from the NHL and as a Panther had a great game. But the next game ended up not being so great as they got absolutely pasted by St. Louis 7-0. As they had multiple power play opportunities in that one and didn't get anything on the power play. They ended up on the road trip 0-3 in the last 3 games and also gave up another 7 goals against Tampa Bay. But in that game, they did score their first power play goal after going 0-17 on the power play to open the season. And I think that definitely contributed to the poor start on the road. Lack of scoring on a power play is going to cost you games, and it definitely costed them a game. Indeed. Came home, definitely home cooking can definitely help things, and it did as they beat Pittsburgh on their home opening night as they doubled them up 6-3. So it looked like Florida was getting back on track, but unfortunately it was not to be as they ended off the last 7 games at 1-4-2. One of those wins was against Minnesota in the shootout, and a couple of those games at the end of the month, they should have lost in regulation and not earned any points. 2 of those games, one was against Tampa Bay, the other against Chicago. Ended up going to the shootout to earn at least 1 point. And the game against Boston, which they were down 2-0, they came back to tie. Could have gone to overtime, but they ended up losing it in the last minute of play, 3-2. So, overall, the power play, abysmal during the month of October, only going 3-for-39. And again, you're not going to win games if you cannot score on the power play. And what I've noticed in Florida Panther games this year is they're not shooting enough. They were not shooting enough on the power play. They're trying to find that perfect shot. But again, it was constantly reiterated with the announcers and stuff, broadcasters, is just shoot it at the net. Shoot it at the net and good things will happen. But obviously Florida did not listen to that advice. Penalty kill, also a rough spot for Florida as it went 30-for-39 and only a kill rate of 76.9%. It's definitely not a great start for the Cats. Definitely the best player for the month, in my opinion, has to be Brad Boyes, as he scored 5 goals and had 2 assists for the month. And he definitely has brought a lot of offense to the Panthers, but nobody else is showing it. Prestige is having an off year. Matthias, as of recently, has not been able to find the net. For goaltending, Thomas definitely has been a upside for us, definitely keeping us in games, but only when he's not injured. He got injured twice, once in Philly, then he got injured again. I believe it was the Buffalo game, if I'm correct, or the game before that. I think it was Chicago. But he's been injured twice so far, so I think, though, they're just pushing him too hard. They're pushing Thomas too hard. After being off for over a year, you can't expect someone to come back like he was when he played Boston before he left. I think what's going to happen when Thomas does come back, they got to alleviate some of the games. Maybe every maybe have him play every 2 games and then put Markstrom in. 2 games, Markstrom. Until he's gone that rust off, then we can play Thomas more. So I'm going to sign off now with this one. If you have any comments, please let me know. If you'd like to give your input on the month of October for cats, I'd love to hear it. I respond all the time. If you guys give a comment, please like this video, subscribe to my channel. I do updates after every game. I do little tidbits like this as well, little videos like this on the cats. And I do have a blog, like I said earlier in the video. If you want to check it out, it will be down in the descriptions. Please check it out. I update that daily. I put a lot of heart and work into it, and definitely appreciate you giving it a check. So I will see you guys tomorrow night after the Edmonton game, a game that we should easily win. Edmonton is struggling worse than we are. And it'll be a huge win for us if we can get that win going into Boston on Thursday. So I will see you then.